What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social medias, Twitter and Instagram at A Connection TV. Listen, we are going to talk about my second favorite show. My top three favorite reality shows are Love Island #1, The Challenge #2, and Big Brother #3. And we have a whole episode of eliminations. Now, I saw that Kylan had made a post on his stories saying to people, look, there were 8 people going into the eliminations. How could they show, or 16 people going into the eliminations? Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 16 people going into eliminations, 8 came back. How in the world were they going to show all of that in one episode? Honestly, I think people wouldn't mind seeing a 2-hour episode. I feel like if y'all handing out $1 million, then we can see that. You shouldn't stretch it out. And we're going to talk about all the twists and turns, and we're going to talk about this karma vote situation at the end. It's kind of giving All-Stars vibe, like, popularity contest, or maybe it is the way you treat people. Karma vote, I guess. But yeah, we're going to talk about that at the end. But let's get into what happened this episode, because the people that lost, I'm really upset that they're no longer going to be on this season. Actually, 2 of the people, I'm upset. And anyways, let's get into it. All 50,000 players are walking into the sand. What I'm confused with is how Josh is not in the first round of eliminations, but whatever. Era 1, Mark and Katie are going in, and they picked Aneesa and Derek to go in. Era 2, Kellyanne and Ryan with Brandon and Cara picked to go in. Era 3, Nia and Leroy with Tony and Amanda. And Era 4, Nurys and Theo against Paulie and Olivia. And this matchup I'm already annoyed with because, one, Nurys, after doing so well in season 39, who the heck wants to see her in the first round of eliminations? And who wants to see her go against Olivia? I understand that from the women that she had to pick from, she chose Olivia because she figured that she would be able to best her in a situation, not realizing that they would end up doing a hall brawl. So I get it, but I'm not really a fan, nor was I really a fan of the concept of them going against each other. But because of the fandom, even the challengers up in the bleachers was like, let's go. This is a rival. You gotta do it. I'm like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? I didn't really care for this particular matchup, but maybe that's just me. It is what it is. I didn't want there to be an opportunity for Nurys to go home so early is all I'm saying. And Nurys and Olivia in a hall brawl, she's not winning that. Like, I already knew she was not winning that. Even though Olivia and Nurys are the same height, like this, Olivia is a chick that got hit in the face with a golf ball, okay? Olivia is a chick that made it to the finale, to the finals with Horacio, and the only reason they got out was because she got hit in the face with a golf ball. So Olivia's not a slouch. And yeah, Nurys beat Olivia before, but it wasn't a contact sport. So I understand Nurys's reasoning for wanting to go up against Olivia, but at the same time, it just sucks that they got the hall brawl, I guess. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of my... Laurel says, I'm sick of trying to coach Cara, and I'm sick of the Cara and Laurel beef. Can we be honest? Let's be honest for a second. I have no idea what the hell they're fighting over. It's been 80,000 years of them going back and forth, back and forth. In the edit, we see Cara as this great person. In the edit, we see people loving Laurel. In the edit, we see people going against Cara and saying Cara's this and Cara's that. I mean, look at Adam, okay? In the edit, we see people hating on Laurel. I don't know who's wrong. I don't know who's right. Can we get a refresh reel? If this whole season is going to be about Cara versus Laurel, we just got that on All-Stars 4. Can we get a refresher reel to figure out what the hell happened with these 2 grown-ass, almost in their 50s, women? I don't know how old they are, but whatever. I'm aggravated with it. I'm tired of it. Like, I used to have respect for Laurel, but the way that she acted in All Stars 4 was batshit 5 years old. And I still ride for Cara because she's super dope. But like in my mind, like she lost her elimination round in season 39, which was crazy to me. She couldn't flip a dice, whatever the hell she had to do. And like she's Cara, but like she got second to Laurel in All Stars 4. Like, is she a beast? Yes, she is. I'm not taking that away from her. I love Cara's personality way more than anybody's Laurel. But what aggravates me with Cara is that when she stated last episode that she was going to be calm and chill and she's going to, break down her walls and just be mature in that deliberation situation, I just want her to maintain that all the way through a challenge and just pay these fools dust. Not worry about a Laurel, not worry about nothing. Like, try to get to know other people, try to vibe with other people. I don't know if she does this behind the edit, but I'm talking about what I actually see on my TV screens. Like, try to be cool. Don't have arguments with people about baby showers and whether or not someone's going to the baby shower. Like, piece it up. Y'all, everyone is too freaking old. Piece it up. That way, I mean, not only that, she already does look a trash ass mess, but that way Laurel would definitely look a trash ass mess. And Johnny would definitely look a trash ass mess. I think Johnny has positioned himself to be more liked than Laurel and Cara based on the last couple of challenges he's done and based on how he's been in the last couple of challenges. Maybe not season 40 because he's being old Johnny, but like, I took a liking to Johnny, like, in the last couple of seasons, like, wow, he's changed kind of in my mind. I don't know if it's real or not, but in my mind, I'm like, he's changed. I don't feel that for Cara, and I don't feel that for Laurel. Damn, for sure don't feel like for Laurel. Either way, I would choose Cara over Laurel any day. I just want Cara to pay these niggas dust. Tori says, he picked Tony because they have their little history or whatever. And unfortunately, it is what it is. Tori says that, they picked Amanda because Amanda does not have the best track record with having good energy with people. It's clear that they don't like each other. And she's building relationships with other people in the house, or at least attempting to build relationships with other people in the house. And then Amanda, being Amanda, says, relationships, yeah, whatever. And, Amanda says, you better hope I don't come back, bitch. And Tori's like, I'm really scared of you, Amanda. Like, for one, I don't see Tori being scared of anybody's Amanda, let's be clear. But I love the fact that Amanda does not care and she always speaks her mind. She's like the female version of me. Because the whole faking it till you make it thing, I'm not here for. And I would be very much like speaking my mind, but like, in a calm way, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. But I don't think, Amanda has a chance to get against Nia. In my mind, in the beginning, I don't think this. Then we see this clip of Amanda talking to Corey about why she's being picked. And, Amanda brings up Nelson again. And she's like, don't you remember when we were in the bed together? And I'm like, wait, what? Don't you remember when we were in the bed together and we said that we were going to do this for Nelson? Corey's like, what? Did we really say that? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we said that we were going to be here for Nelson and we were going to do this for him. And Corey's like, well, you can't just keep focusing on that. Like, that can't be the only reason why we're going to work together. And she's like, yeah, you don't remember me saying that you're all I got? Corey's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Corey's like, I've made up my mind. I want you in. You're going in. It is what it is. And Amanda's like, well, y'all better hope I don't come back because if I come back, I'm throwing this competition and you know how I am and you're going to be the one going in and that's what it is. And I'm coming after you. And Corey's like, whatever. Let's just hope you come back, do good in the elimination. And he walks away. I'm sorry, Amanda. I love Amanda, but Corey is just fine. So I love Corey. And I want there to be a day that Corey actually wins a freaking challenge. Like, he's been in so many finals, and I just want him to win. I want him to win. I've been following Corey since the beginning when he was a hothead and a womanizer. Well, not a womanizer, a hoe, a challenge hoe. Let's call it that. But now, I think he got married to the girl, but he's a dad and let's just say a husband. And, he's very PG-13, very PG-6 maybe, because, Corey is taming down Nelson because, Nelson had OnlyFans and Nelson, Nelson did the whole sex appeal thing or whatever. Nelson was not afraid of showing, stuff. And then, Nelson posted this video of him in like underwear or whatever. And Corey was like, what the hell, bro? Like, what are you doing? So then Nelson deleted the video. Like, oh, Corey is such a dad now. But whatever. I love it for them. And I love the fact that they get these endorsements and deals or whatever. And they got this image to uphold. And they're, able to provide for their families. Because Nelson is like team prosthetic leg campaigning, racing, speedster, sports drink kind of thing now. And I want that for him because I want him to make the money that he needs to make to support his family and provide. I'm guessing that he's able to do this. I would hope, right? And I see it happening. I see season 41 Nelson coming back. I'm hoping that he didn't burn bridges with, the challenge producers or whatever. And I'm hoping and thinking that he's going to come back season 41, season 42. If he stays on the straight and narrow and this whole I'm not Murray Yakio, you could be like me kind of advertising that he's doing on Instagram. I'm just hoping because I saw this video where TJ and who was it? Aneesa and Bananas were saying like who they would love to see come back on like the main season or whatever. And Alton was mentioned because Alton is just, so so fine. Apparently Kenny was mentioned, and apparently Kenny is like doing martial arts and doing fitness, and he's getting toned up his body or whatever the case may be. And people are upset that they're even like having this conversation of campaigning for Kenny to come back because of the accusations and the essay that was splattered on him, and he was like allegedly banned from coming back. I don't know. I would love to see Coral, but is Coral like 65? I don't know how old she is, but like I would love to see Coral. Coral was a spitfire, but Coral like never came back. So anyways, I'm diverting. Let's get back to this episode. Horacio is worried for Norris, and I am too. I feel like I already know she's not coming back because all of these are like physical stuff, and I just don't see her coming back. I think if Norris was going to win any one, it would have been either pole wrestle. I think she could have won the ball thing. Probably not pole wrestle. She could have won the ball thing or the gave us Jesus, take shelter. And maybe she would have had a better chance. But like pole wrestle and hard brawl, no. She could have did the balls in and take the shelter one. But whatever. We're here. Era 3 chooses balls in. And it's Tony versus Leroy and Amanda versus Nia. Now listen. Amanda psyched the hell out of Nia that first one and got the ball in. And I was like, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding me. But even looking at the footage, Nia's like this Goliath-looking chick against this ant-looking Amanda and this scrappy-looking girl. And I'm like, okay. But all the while you hear everyone cheering her on, mainly Tori. Go ahead, Nia, bulldozer, you're bigger. And Nia, like, it seemed like based on the edit that Nia listened. And she annihilated Amanda. See what I did there? And so Nia wins. Now, the upset for me, there's 2 upsets. There's 3 upsets. I'll rank them. Upset number 1. Number 1 is Norris versus Olivia. Norris losing. Upset number 1 for me. Upset number 2 was Leroy losing against Tony. Now, I saw this video of Tony on his Instagram. Baby. Tony is woof, okay? Tony got body yaddy yaddy and been working out, lifting weights. I don't know what Leroy been doing outside of cutting hair and making babies and doing a little run here or there. But baby, Tony got the body. Like Arby's, we got the meats. Tony's, they got the beef. You know what I'm saying? Tony looks crazy body-wise. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's gonna lose. But then upset number 3 was Paulie versus Theo. Now, the reason why Paulie is number 3 on the upset, because I love me some Paulie. I love that he's came out. I love that he and Cara are still together. I love the fact that he does OnlyFans and is still able to come and do the challenge. All great, right? And I just love his attitude and I love his confidence and all of that. But I also love Theo. So I wasn't like wanting either of them to leave or to lose. They're both hot to look at for my eyes. You know, Theo probably finer than Paulie, but you know, like they both hot and they both cool. And I didn't want them, either of them to lose. So I'm like, what's gonna happen here? But baby, Tony takes out Leroy. And I'm like, okay. I mean, Veronica took him out in All-Stars 4. So, like, at this point, Leroy should have just stayed retired. I love Leroy. Black man, black brother. He should have just stayed retired. Because coming back, Veronica took him out and Tony took him out. Whoa. Like, Nicki Minaj said, hang it up flat screen in my mind. But also, you know, he's having all these babies. He needs to make the money. So I understand why he's coming back on TV. They probably get them stipend checks. Leroy is probably veteran in now. Maybe he makes $8,000 to $15,000 per week or per episode. I don't know how it works. But in my mind, he got to be getting some kind of coin coming back from retirement. He is Leroy. He is a fixed figure in the history of the challenge. But I don't know. Either go to the gym and get yourself together or just stay retired. Like, what the fuck? Like, how does Veronica beat you in All-Stars and you let Tony beat you in the first challenge? Mind you, Tony's bigger, but damn. And, you know, I like Tony too, so I'm not like mad. I like Tony because Tony was one of the first ones to really challenge Bananas, and Tony is the reason why Bananas is out. Got out that last season, which I don't really understand why Tony is not understanding why Bananas is cheering for Leroy, but whatever. I digress. Everyone was cheering on Naya. You know, Corey and Tori high-fived that Amanda's going home. And I'm like, dang, that sucks. And then we get Kylan and Josh talking about Naya is sexy. Now, she is. But I know damn well Naya ain't finna give Josh no play. I'm just saying, what? And then I'm like, Kylan, don't do that. Either way, look, they can love whoever they want to love, but I thought Naya and Jordan was boinking. I don't know, but we're here. And I don't want to see nobody going after Naya except for Jordan, because in my mind, that's what was going on. So that's all I want to see. Damn for sure don't want to see nobody who's Josh going after Naya. Whatever. And I still can't believe that Josh really like women. No shade. But Era 1 is playing pole wrestle, and we get Derek, the G of pole wrestlers, has never lost against Mark the Wrestler. Okay? Now, this was a good battle, and for a while, I felt like Derek was going to, like, lose because Mark is just so big, and, you know, Derek was just under him the whole time. And in my mind, I'm like, he gotta be like, oof, gassing out. But no. Derek, I love Derek. I've never had a problem with Derek. Derek has always been like that stand-up competitor that I always wanted to, like, every time I see him on screen, I want him to win. Like, I'm always cheering for Derek because he's just such a great guy. When you think about all the people up there, I do have my favorites. But when Derek comes to mind, Derek is just that OG that you always want to do well no matter what. He's not conniving. He's not a backstabber. He's not a liar. He's not one of those types of players. Now, sometimes he may play the game, but he's not giving, I'm a backstab you. He's just not. And I love that about him. I really do. But Derek beats Mark. And then we have Aneesa versus Katie. Now, this was very interesting because we get the little reel of Aneesa feeling like, you know, woe is me that, you know, Rachel allowed CT to put her in. And if it's up to CT all the time, she's going to be going in all the time. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. We're crying. And in my mind, I'm like, you know, Aneesa has this reel, right, where she says that she's 42. Let me go to my notes. She says, you know, she's 42 and she would always look at the challenge. She would feel that she would do herself a disservice okay, by just getting by. And I wanted her to add to this speech because I like Aneesa, you know, I like her, bisexual woman. She's black. I'm here for her. She's cool. She's a little feisty, a little conniving, all of that. But I always wanted her to win. She's like the Nanis. She's like the Leroy. She's like the Nelsons. You know, she's like one of them people that played like 50 times and never won. But when she's saying that she just be doing herself a disservice by just getting by, I wanted her to say, you be doing yourself a disservice by just getting by and gaining weight. Yeah? Let's be clear. Your weight has been a hindrance for you every single season challenge you've been coming back to. The only time your weight helps you is in physical contact sport challenges, elimination wise. Other than that, it is a hindrance to you. And you feel like, I feel like she's like what's the girl that's losing weight now? Lizzo. I feel like Aneesa is like the Lizzo of the challenge where she's like, I'm not, for the slow people in the back, I'm not saying Aneesa is as big as Lizzo used to be, because let's be clear, Lizzo is working out and getting fit. But she's like the poster child for big girls. And in my mind, like, don't nobody really think that that's hot now. Case in point, Lizzo is losing weight. Adele got skinny as hell. Jasmine Sullivan lost weight. Even Fantasia is working out. Even Gabby Sidibe, at one point she stopped eating Twinkies, but I mean, she still got a big, you know what I'm saying? So people are not here for the obesity of it all. And for the slow people in the back, Aneesa's not obese, okay? I'm just saying, her weight is a hindrance, okay? Remember when she was running with Jordan and she went over a pebble and sprained her freaking ankle? Like, what are we talking about? Baby, you had too much cartilage or whatever around that ankle and it overlapped the bone and it sprained. And then she was taken out of the game. You see what I'm saying? In my mind, like, that's how it's working, but whatever. So when she was having her reel in her moment, I'm like, Aneesa, cut it out, ma. Like, how are these people, these challenge vets, and they're so not clued in to themselves? Like, they really need to look in the mirror and like check their reflection, because what are we talking about here? She's not making it through this season 40 final. I'm just saying that because I have this feeling that she's not. Like, but why does she think she is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes these people get caught up in the glitz and the glam of who they are in the challenge world of things, that they're just like, oh yeah, I'll do that challenge. And I have a better chance now as she eats donuts. You know what I'm saying? She probably got that call and she was eating Chinese food after eating soul food, after eating Jamaican food, after eating Indian food, and was like, I'm sure I'll come on again. I think I'm ready to go this time. It's not just a mental thing. Like, you have to be physically adept. Look at Tony and Leroy. Like, what are we talking about here? Okay, enough on Aneesa. We get this flashback of Paulie asking Johnny why he threw Cara in, and are we really surprised, Paulie? Yeah and no. Like, I know Paulie's good with the theatrics for the show, whatever, and I know Bananas is as well. So is Cara and Laurel. Let's be clear. Like, they know their role, right? But in my mind, like, again, I just wish that it would have been the calm without the storm. If Paulie and Cara would have came in as silent assassins, I feel like both of them would still be here. If Paulie and Cara would have came in loving on, being fake. Now, I know this is not how Paulie is, and I know. But if they would have, they would still be here, and they probably wouldn't have been put up. I'm just saying. But we're here, right? And then we see Cara going at it with Johnny, and I'm like, oh my God, like, just stop it. You're going in. Be calm. Come back. That's it. Don't go. I just want one time. I just want one time for Cara and Paulie. I love them both. For Cara and Paulie to just go in a challenge season and not say a motherfucking thing. Just politic. Be nice, no argument, win competitions. Focus, hone in. I want them to win. And I would love for Paulie and Cara to make it through a final together. I think that's a hot, sexy story. I think Horacio and Nerys, I would want them to make it through a final together. And you know what I'm saying? If they had a male and female winner, I think that would be hot. That just would be so awesome to see. It really would be. It really would be awesome to see. I would love to see Corey cross that finish line. I would love to see Nelson cross that finish line. I would love to see Leroy cross that finish line. I would love to see Tony cross that finish line. Naya cross that finish line. Even big girl Aneesa after she loses the weight. You know what I'm saying? Because then she would see that losing the weight got her through. Anyways, let me move on. We get this thing of Laurel saying she feels bad. Bitch, no, you don't. Laurel, cut it out. You are 3 years old, acting an infant. Acting an infant. You know what I'm saying? And I know that didn't just make no sense, but she's acting like a child and she's 63. I don't understand Laurel. I have no idea why she feels like she could stand on a high horse and come down on Cara. I just have no idea. She's not a great person on any of these edited episodes. And I don't even know what the behind the scenes is like, but she's just not a great person. She clearly was played for a fool by Nicole, and she's still acting this way. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. But she doesn't feel bad. That was a lie. I just wanted her to shut up. Era 4 gets Hall Brawl. Theo cheers. Paulie throws a sign. In my mind, I'm like, if Paulie does not take out Theo's kneecaps, it's over. It's over. Because Theo just looks like thick. Like he looks thick and he's tall. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he can hit you. Like, you know, he's fine as hell too, but he just looks like he can hit you. And that's what happened. Paulie got hit both times, like bang, bang. And I was like, damn, like it's over. Like, shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, it sucks for Paulie because, you know, Paulie was upset. He was sad. You know, he had to leave Cara and that he lost to his arch nemesis, whatever. But at least he got that kiss. It was nice to see like legit hall brawls and not like a hall brawl with balls in front of them. What was that? What was that one season? I think it was an all-star season or whatever season it was. They had like, or maybe it was US. The Challenge USA or whatever it was, they have balls in front of them. I was like, I know this is not what we're doing from here on out. Like, people need to get hurt. Like, we've already established that that's what happened when you go through a hall brawl. I know these fancy ass from other series ass people are not bitch made and don't want to and have a fucking ball or pillow in front of them with the hall brawl. So I'm glad that we didn't have that protecting these people. Not that I want people to get hurt, but it's a hall brawl. Like, this is season 40. You're not going to rant and rave about the 4 popular eliminations and then have them wearing a pillow. I was over it. But I'm glad that we didn't get that, right? We didn't get that, okay? Also, in one of the reels, you know, Paulie said that he mended all of his relationships except the one with Theo. I don't know what relationships he said he mended, but he mended all of his relationships and Cara did not. Okay. But again, in my mind, if you mended the relationships, why are you in here going against Theo? In my mind, I love Paulie though, but I'm like, it's not connecting to me. It's not making sense. Olivia versus Nerys. Nerys cries, you know, because she feels bad that she could potentially leave Horacio in the game. And, you know, she doesn't want to leave just yet. She hates the fact that she got a hall brawl as the first elimination. And she's already feeling defeated. I feel defeated for her because I know she's not winning this. I just know she's not. I know she's not winning this. In case of point, she does not. Olivia forces her to the end of the thing. But then what was hot, though, it was hot that Nerys dragged her back into the hall. That was hot. I like that for Nerys. But if she could have just shook her foot cross and just pew, she probably would have got a point. But there's no way that Nerys is winning this. I mean, I just wasn't seeing it for Nerys. But I love Nerys, though. I love Nerys. Then we get Era 2 playing Take the Shelter. CT and, you know, the behind the scenes reel talks to Cara. You know, he says that he was just on live just a second ago, ranting and raving about the show or whatever. There were a couple of lives going on just a second ago. But I like that CT is like there for Cara. I like to see that because you don't see very many people there for Cara except for Paulie. You know what I'm saying? Even Brandon, who was apparently supposed to be his her friend or whatever. So says Brandon, they were never friends. Went against Cara and All Stars. So like to see CT, a pivotal player, actually having Cara's back and wanting Cara to be successful, I'm here for that. Because I'm tired of people saying, oh, Cara's this, Cara's that. Like, how bad can this woman be? I don't see it. I really don't see it. I don't see it. And if she really was that bad, like, how would Paulie be? I don't know. Because I just don't see Paulie being with someone that's just so horrible. But again, I don't know these people. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Era 1 wants Cara to win so that Cara can bring hell to Era 2, because clearly that will bring division to them, to Era 2 throughout the elimination. We already know that Cara was not going home because we see this huge argument that happens between Laurel and Cara is crying her freaking eyeballs out. So we already knew that she was winning. And it sucks that Kellyanne lost. I didn't want Kellyanne to lose. I wanted her to seek her revenge against Janae. That was just what I wanted. But Cara beats Kelly and Ryan beats Big Booty Brandon. Now, Brandon, it sucks that he got this chain thing, because if he would have got Hall Brawl, he would have won. I feel like if Paulie would have got the chain situation, he would have beat Theo. I feel like if he would have got pole wrestle, he would have beat Theo. I feel like if Brandon would have got any of those except for the shelter joint, he would have beat Ryan. But unfortunately, he got the shelter thing. Ryan ended up beating him, and Ryan stayed. It is what it is. And so all the eliminated people get to hang around while the people that won and lost get to walk off. And everyone is like, why did they get to stay? What's going on here? What's happening? And you know what would be really even like doper? If like there were like video projections of the eliminated players. Like, I need to be a producer on one of these things, because the ideas that I have would just be insane. If there were projections, TV projections of the eliminated players when the people went back to the house, and they get to see what the karma vote was, baby, that would just add so much energy. Like, if none of these people know that they karma voted and we don't find out till like the freaking end, that's garbage to me. It's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the point? I feel like the people, knowing that people are going to karma vote against you, would like really switch up the game and how they move. But then maybe they don't want to know, they don't want them to know about the karma vote, so they won't piece it up or whatever. I don't know, but I think that would bring more drama, honestly. To find out that such and such gave you a 0, I think that would be, I don't know, I just think that would be hot. But whatever, TJ gives them a warning and says you need to watch how you treat people. So we'll see if that changes anything. Clearly it doesn't, because Laurel makes Cara cry and we get other stuff happening and friends not being friends anymore. But it seems like TJ is going to have a lot of twists and turns and everything happening throughout the season of season 40. And I'm here for it. I want it to be that everyone has to go through elimination to make it to a final. And I want the eras to switch up. Like, I want the era to go against the era. I don't want the eras to go against the people within their own era. That's just trash to me. I don't know why, but it's just dumb. Am I the only one? I'm sure I'm not the only one. Anyways, leave your comments below and let me know what you thought about my review. Are you excited that the people that lost? I'm mad for Leroy, but I'm not shocked. I'm happy for Tony. I'm happy for Theo. I'm mad for Paulie. I'm happy for Cara. It sucks that Amanda lost, but I don't really care for her that much. She's just a spitfire. I'm happy for Aneesa. She just needs to continue working out and lose weight. I'm upset for Brandon because I wanted to see his big booty more on the, he has a big ass. Like, anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Deuces.